Hello, this is Myra Elaine from the Buying Space channel. Today I'm reading from the New Living Translation of the Bible. I'm in the New Testament. I'm doing a series on Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. Today I'm reading in Matthew 16. And the first segment is Leaders Demand a Miraculous Sign. Chapter 16, verse 1. One day, the Pharisees and Sadducees came to test Jesus, demanding that he show them a miraculous sign from heaven to prove his authority. Jesus replied, "You know the saying, red sky at night means fair weather tomorrow. Red sky in the morning means foul weather all day. You know how to interpret the weather signs in the sky, but you don't know how to interpret the signs of the times. Only an evil, adulterous generation would demand a miraculous sign. But the only sign I will give them is the sign of the prophet of Jonah." Then Jesus left them and went away. So basically, Jesus said, I don't answer to you. Now, the next section is Yeast of the Pharisees and Sadducees. Later, after they crossed to the other side of the lake, the disciples discovered they had forgotten to bring any bread. "Watch out," Jesus warned them. "Beware the yeast of the Pharisees and Sadducees." But this they began to argue with each other because they hadn't brought any bread. Jesus knew what they were saying. So he said, "You have so little faith. What are you arguing with each other about having no bread? Why are you? Don't you understand even yet? Don't you remember the 5,000 I fed with 5 loaves and 2 fishes, and the baskets of leftovers you picked up? Or the 4,000 I fed with 7 loaves, and the large baskets of leftovers you picked up? Why can't you understand that I'm not talking about bread? So again, I say, beware of the yeast of the Pharisees and Sadducees." Then at least they understood that he wasn't speaking about the yeast in bread, but about the deceptive teaching of the Pharisees and Sadducees. Yes, we all have to beware of listening to people that are deceptive and turn words around and attack people. Look for loving, giving, kind people in this world. The next section is Peter's declaration about Jesus. When Jesus came to the region of Caesarea Philippi, he asked his disciples, "Who do people say that the Son of Man is?" "Well," they replied, "some say John the Baptist, some say Elijah, and others say Jeremiah or one of the other prophets." Then he asked them, "But who do you say I am?" Simon Peter answered, "You are the Messiah, the Son of the living God." Jesus replied, "You are blessed, Simon, son of John, because my Father in heaven has revealed this to you. You did not learn this from any human being. Now I say to you that you are Peter, which means rock, and upon this rock I will build my church, and all the powers of hell will not conquer it. And I will give you the keys of the kingdom of heaven. Whatever you forbid on earth will be forbidden in heaven, and whatever you permit on earth will be permitted in heaven." Then he sternly warned the disciples not to tell anyone that he was the Messiah. So Jesus himself kept something under wraps about his own identity for a purpose. And we'll see in the chapters to come what that purpose is. Jesus predicts his death. This section starts in verse 21. From then on, Jesus began to tell his disciples plainly that it was necessary for him to go to Jerusalem and that he would suffer many terrible things at the hands of the elders and the leading priests that are the teachers of religious law. He would be killed, but on the third day he would be raised from the dead. But Peter took him aside and began to reprimand him for saying such things. Heaven forbid, Lord, he said, this will never happen to you. Jesus turned to Peter and said, Get away from me, Satan. You are a dangerous trap to me. You are seeing things merely from a human point of view, not from God's. Then Jesus said to his disciples, If any of you wants to be my followers, you must give up your own way, take up your cross, and follow me. If you try to hang on to your life, you will lose it. But if you give up your life for my sake, you will save it. And what do you benefit if you gain the whole world but lose your own soul? Is anything worth more than your soul? For the Son of Man will come with his angels in the glory of his Father and will judge all people according to their deeds. And I tell you the truth, some standing here right now will not die before they see the Son of Man coming in his kingdom. If you like my Bible reading, please press the like button. If you want to subscribe to hear the next passage I read out of the 4 Gospel series, make the subscribe word on this page, turn it from red to gray, and then if there's a bell on the side, once you press subscribe, there should be a bell on the side. You click the bell and you click all, and you'll hear all of my Bible readings, my unboxings, my unenvelopings, and my other consumer information and information about recycling and reusing. Thank you for listening and have a wonderful day. Love you all.